Hello, how are you doing? Paul here on the shores of Derwent Water on what's forecast to be the hottest day of the year so far. Tomorrow is forecast to be hotter. Today is Monday the 18th of July 2022. Temperature here today in Keswick forecast to be something in the early 30s. Tomorrow even hotter. I'm here today. It's going to be warm today, hence the fancy headgear. I do apologise that I look like a cross between a pirate, a biker and a man having a midlife crisis. Sorry about that. But when you're rapidly running out of hair, this is the things you've got to do to keep the sun off your head. I suppose I could have worn a hat, but I think a bandana's cooler, isn't it? Anyway, I'm here in Keswick. I'm down by Derwent Water, as you can see. I thought I'd come back to Keswick today. I haven't been here for a couple of years and filmed, so I thought I would do that. And also, I thought it'd be quite interesting to have a look around because it's convention time. The Keswick Convention, one of the biggest Christian festivals in the country. It happens the last 3 weeks in July every single year, and it's on right now. Between 12 and 15,000 people come to the convention. Let's go and see what effect it's had on the town centre, see if there's plenty of people about, see if it's quiet, see what it's like. Generally have a look around. Crow Park here by the lake, very quiet this morning. Mind you, it's only 10:30. I imagine later on today this will be quite busy. A few people swimming down there already, or paddling at least. Somebody out on a paddle board. Just as you come out of Crow Park, right here is theatre by the lake. If you fancy a bit of culture while you're in the lakes, lovely little theatre that. And down this way is how you get to the launches and the lakeside walk. If you want to have a walk right around the lake, you can do that. Don't know how far it is. Something tells me it's about 10 miles, but I'm not sure. I'm heading this way, which is up into the town centre. And just going to point out on the right here, this is the lakeside car park, one of the 3 main car parks in Keswick. And I don't know if you can quite see, it is quite quiet in there, which did surprise me. Even though it is only 10:30 in the morning, it did surprise me how quiet it was. I was expecting a few more cars, but as you can see, if I hold the camera there, you can see right through the back there, there's plenty of spaces available. Pays to get here early. Now I could walk here right up in that direction there and alongside the road on the footpath, but what I'm going to do is come in here. This is Hope Park. Ornamental gardens, woodland walk, pitch and putt, putting, obstacle golf, pools. Let's go, oh look at that. See our ambulance there. Cool. So we'll walk through here. And into Hope Park. Hope Park, of course, is the home to Max the Miracle Dog's bench. And there is Max's bench. If you want to come and see Max, there he is. It's a crazy golf there, and the putting green here, and the boules is there, and the pitch and putt is just over there, over this hedge. This is where you get your golf sticks from. There's also some little miniature radio controlled boats in here as well that are styled like the Keswick launches. And also they sell ice cream there, but there's also another place up here that sells ice cream. And I don't think I'm going to get past the day without having an ice cream. Here's the little remote control boats. And here's the other little cafe and ice cream place that I told you about, just at the top of Hope Park. Here's what's on at the theatre by the lake at the moment. Looks like it's One Man, Two Governors. Starts on the 20th of July, runs to the 3rd of September. So that's Hope Park. Let's head on now through the subway up into the town centre. Sometimes get people busking in here with it being a tunnel. Great acoustics. Hear that? Subway down there and up here into Keswick. Look at all those hats. I should maybe get myself a fancy hat rather than the bandana, shouldn't I? Off we go, up into the town. Seems quite quiet at the moment. Probably because of the time of day, although it's 11 o'clock. Masons. Photos, gallery, art gallery, fancy stuff. George Fisher's shop, just up here on the right. Wonder if they've got any bandanas. I'll maybe have a look in, see if they've got any more bandanas. Let's go and have a look. Quite like the bandana. Hats. Lots of hats. More hats. Loads and loads of boots. What I like in here, they do part exchange on kids' boots. So when your kids grow out of the boots, you can bring them back in and part X them for a new pair, which I think is quite a clever idea, because they're quite expensive, aren't they, walking boots? See if they've got any bandanas up here. I mean, what's wrong with bandanas? Just not cool. There's plenty of baseball caps, but no bandanas. More hats. Some Tillies there. I did fancy one of them at one point, but then I thought that maybe just get a bit too hot. Don't know. More hats, including woolly hats. No bandanas. Bandanas. They did have some bandanas, but they were 16 quid, and I'm a bit too tight to stretch to that. But great shop, that Fisher's. Some awesome stuff in there, and the part X they do on kids' boots is a fantastic idea. Wainwright. Maybe go in there later and bag myself a Wainwright. Quite surprised, it does seem very quiet. But still, I suppose it is only relatively early. Aladdin's Cave. I'm sure that used to be the Beatrix Potter shop at one point. Yeah, I think it did. Lakeland Leather over there, and this fantastic place. Treeby and Bolton, some lovely things in there. And a big giraffe outside. A couple of pubs, Lake Road Inn, Dog and Gun. A couple of little cafes. The Cornish pasty. The fudge shop. Let's have a look through the window, see if they're making any fudge.
We make everything here.
So is that fudge you're making now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this one's sea salt, this one's ginger.
So is that like a... It's like runny, is it? You
Yeah,
just wait
it
for
needs
to
to set now.
Cool. I've got to treat myself to some rum and raisin fudge. There you go. Fudgy budgy. I look forward to eating that, but unless it melts in the meantime. So here we are in the centre of Keswick Moot Hall. Up ahead. It's not market day today, market day is Saturday and Thursday, I think. Although I'm open for correction. Another sweet shop there, Old Friars of Keswick. And looking round the square here, Greg's, the old Keswickian chip shop, the bank, and with it being the Lake District, lots of outdoor clothing shops. So that's why the Beatrix Potter shop wasn't round the corner where it used to be. It's moved. It's moved into the square. Bigger premises by the look of it. Oh, plenty of outdoor stuff. Cotswold, it's weird fish. The Round, lovely burgers there, apparently, never been, but everybody tells me that they're lovely. Coffee shop, pizzeria, place you get pizzas. King's Arms, Skiddaw Hotel, Inn on the Square. Very, very hot this morning. I can just feel that fudge going gooey in my pocket. Maybe I have to go and eat it before I get any further. From the bottom of Main Street here, if you head in this direction, this is the road that goes off to Windermere. What you've got over there on the corner is Wetherspoons, and you've got a few shops up here on the left hand side and a couple of little bars. Coming back around this way, some more outdoor shops, Fat Face, Blacks, Millets, and Trespass is down the bottom here. We're going to head off down this way because this is where the convention HQ is. So we'll go and see what's happening down there because it's quite quiet in the town centre. So I'm thinking there must be something on, maybe down at the convention site, so one of the convention sites, which has sucked all the people out of the town centre. So we'll head off down that way and see what we can see. Screwfix, that's new. That is new. Star of Siam, that's been here a while, as has the Chinese restaurant here behind me. Lakeland Spice, also. Screwfix, that's new. And Trespass down here. This little roundabout, take a left here, that's the way down to the lakeside and the central car parks. So there's two big car parks down that way. Also there's the Hurdy shop is down there, and a pet shop, so if you've came with your doggy and you forgot something or you want to buy a little gift while you're here, pet shop's just down there. I've just wandered around the corner from the roundabout. There's Hurdy and the pet shop there. I've just wandered around the roundabout, it's just up that way. That's booths over there, because I wanted to check on King Kong. Make sure that King Kong's okay. Let's go and find out if King Kong's okay, and then we'll head off back down where I was going, towards the convention centre. And there he is, he's fine. There's King Kong. Looks like he's ready to go paddleboarding as well. Good on you. Not far along the street, you can just see the roundabout there. There's a Land Rover driving around it. Just along here is the Keswick Convention. So this is the main site for the convention. They did have a site in the town centre, a tent there. I don't know if that's still there though, I don't know if they've still got that, but they did have their HQ used to be in the town centre. So there's a big tent there, lots of bicycles, lots of cars. I can hear, I don't think you'll probably be able to hear on this microphone, but I can hear voices on like a public address system. So it sounds like there is something going on, so maybe that's why the town centre is so quiet, because there's things happening here. But the convention now, the Keswick Ministries who run the convention actually own the old pencil factory. We'll go a bit further up the road and have a look. They've redone it all, they've made a nice job of renovating it actually. And that's the headquarters now for the Keswick Convention. So I'll go, that's the way into the convention, so I'm not going that way. I'll go down the main road and we'll have a look from the front. Can't really see much, except for the outside of the building. There's another big tent there. So this whole site here is going to swallow a lot of people when there's something on, which is probably why the town centre is quiet, because there's quite a few people milling about here. Pencil Museum is still open, I have been around the Pencil Museum a couple of years ago. I'll put a link to that in the top corner and in the description below if you want to have a look around the Pencil Museum. One thing to point out on the other side of the road here though is this building here under construction. This is going to be the Lake District's first Premier Inn when it's finished. I think later this year that's going to be open. It's going to be the first Premier Inn in the Lake District. And also have a look at the River Greta here. See how far down it is. It's difficult to believe that when all the floods were here in Keswick, it came over the top of this wall and over the top of those glass panels there. They were put in specifically as a flood defence, and the river topped those glass panels. Compared to where it's at now, it's quite difficult to believe that, isn't it? But that's exactly what happened. Okay, so that's the Keswick Convention site down here, the old pencil factory. Let's head off now back up into the town centre for a little bit of a mooch around and possibly an ice cream. Back on Main Street, standing under the shade of a tree because it's getting incredibly hot. It's also getting a bit busier, so car park's probably filling up now. But my attention is drawn to the large ice cream on the side of the shop there, Sweet Temptations. I think it's time for ice cream. There was lots of lovely flavours in there, you know, of ice cream that you could get by a scoop. I've just spilled it down myself. Sometimes though, all you need is just a Mr. Whippy. It's right down the t-shirt. Why did I wear a black t-shirt? Hang on. There we go, it's gone. Nice. Definitely the day for ice cream. This ice cream is melting really, really quickly. I'm gonna have to try and eat it, excuse me, as quick as I can. So let's have a little wander up past Greg's around the corner here. Have a look at this part of Keswick. Lovely ice cream. Royal Oak here, White Stuff ahead, Bruce and Luke's Coffee on the right. What have we got there? A gift shop. And Love the Lakes. And if you carry on up this road right ahead, you'll get to the Alhambra Cinema. But we'll go this way. Coming around from the Royal Oak, we've got Costa, Packhorse Court, which is a lovely little shopping arcade. Maybe I wander through there on the way back down. And if you follow this road round, you've got things like chemists and estate agents and a couple of things. And I'm just walking right up the middle of the road. It's a good job there's no cars coming. When we get round this corner, we will be at another park. And also, we will be on the road to the railway station. Now, there is no railway station because there's no railway, but the railway station is still there, obviously. It's a private house now, you can't go in it, but it's the start of the Keswick to Threckeld walk, which is a path that's been laid down the old railway bed between here and Threckeld. So I'll show you where that starts. This park is known as Fitz Park, and it's another really pretty park. The river runs through here. Let's go this way and have a little look. Beautiful flowers out. Lots of like these must be, I think these are like wildflowers, aren't they? Absolutely lovely. I think that's just I can't get down from there, can I? No, I think that's just a little seated area. I'll wander over here, over the grass, be able to see through the trees here, the river, and the park on the other side there. Keswick Museum is down here by Fitz Park, if you're interested. Walking up to the station brings you past the old pool here. You can see it's all abandoned. What a shame. Real shame. It was a great little pool that. Had waves in it, big slide. Our two kids loved it when they were little, but unfortunately after COVID it never reopened, and there's no plans to reopen it neither, which is a real shame. Now then, which way am I going? This way. Here we are on the platform at Keswick railway station. Obviously railway long since gone, unfortunately. I think I said it was a private house, this. Of course it isn't a private house, it's a hotel. I don't know why I said private house. Make a fantastic house, wouldn't it? Look at the size of it, snooker table. Anyway, the tracks used to run off that way towards Cockermouth and that way towards Penrith, and you can actually walk. If you just take this path, it'll take you to Threckeld. Absolutely beautiful walk. Something I haven't done yet, but the pictures of it look fantastic and I've heard some great things about it. I should do that one day, I really should. But that's the Keswick to Threckeld path along there. So that's Keswick station. Let's head off now back into the town centre and have a little look at Packhorse Court. That sheep's a little blue. This is a great little store. It's got loads of fantastic stuff in. This is all the Harry Potter stuff, all the Hogwarts stuff on this side. That's quite cool. Ravenclaw diadem, 160 quid. Wow. So that's all the Hogwarts and Harry Potter's type stuff. They also sell, I'll show you through the window, loads of curious type stuff like the gorilla, that leopard, cuddly toys, leather rhino. Look at the monkey. That's quite cool. Look at that chimp skeleton. It's not real, is it, surely? Great little shop, that. All the old signs. That is an awesome little shop if you get a chance to visit. Just in Packhorse Court. That's a little walkway through there. And you come into this little courtyard. Some gift shops here, sweet shop, beer shop at the end. Space available if you've always fancied opening a shop in Keswick. And there's the Packhorse Inn. This is Packhorse Court. And if we go through this little alleyway here at the end, it'll take us back right into the town centre. That'll do for our walk around Keswick at convention time. Very quiet. Did surprise me that. I'm just wondering whether the convention being on is just pulling people out of the town centre. Maybe at gaps in the convention programme, the town centre will maybe fill back up again, but it did seem very quiet for the number of people who should be here for the convention. But it is only the first week of the convention and the schools aren't out until the end of this week, so I'm guessing that next week will be a completely different story, because next week is when all the visitor numbers in the lakes just explode because it's the school holidays. So it's going to get busier, as it always does every summer, but let's just hope for more days like this. It's absolutely glorious today. Red hot. Very, very hot today. Going to get hot tomorrow and stay warm for the rest of the week. So yeah, the old headgear has definitely done the trick. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more videos from in and around Cumbria and the lakes. Till next time, that'll do, and I'm going to leave you with the view that I'm looking at that way behind the camera. Take care, see you next time.